Welcome back friends. As you saw, the topic of the video is blood grouping step by step, especially for the beginners. In this video we will learn how to do blood grouping in lab. First of all, I am showing you that is anti-A monoclonal reagent. It means that reagent is containing antibodies, and this is anti-A reagent. In this reagent, as you will see, the blue, that is in blue color, this is yellow color, and this is anti-B monoclonal reagent. It means this also containing antibodies, and this will be yellow in color. These colors are international colors, means in any lab if you will work, you will find the same color of the anti-A, anti-B and anti-D reagent. Anti-D reagent is used to check for RH grouping, and that is colorless, means the group is RH positive or RH negative, will depend on anti-D. And as you saw, this is the method I will show you, that is forward group method. Thus now I show you the what other things we need slide, we need dropper, we need something for mixing, any stick or wooden stick or plastic stick, anything you can use for mixing. And we need whole blood, EDTA whole blood. If EDTA whole blood is not available, we can just prick the finger and we can take 3 drops on the slide. Whole blood means that will contain the antigen, and when antigen and antibody reaction will happen, then clumping will come and we will give the result. We need 3 drops, and the whole blood is containing antigen, mean RBC. These antigens are attached on the RBCs, and so our result will be based on antigen. We always try to label the slide either with patient name or file number, as is the protocols of your lab. Then add 1 drop of anti-A reagent on 1 drop of EDTA blood, and 1 drop of anti-B reagent on 1 drop of whole blood, and 1 drop of anti-D reagent. And then we will mix 1 to 2 minutes, either with you can mix by hand manually, or you can keep on rotor. And after 1 to 2 minutes we will see the result, and I will show you different slides. In that slides how we will report the result, you can easily understand. As I told you, this is forward group method. In forward group method, reagents are known, means we know anti-A reagent, anti-B reagent and anti-D reagent. But what type of antigens are present, that we will check by result, and our result is based on the antigen present on the RBCs. That's why we need whole blood, EDTA or whole blood we need for blood grouping. Now as you can see, there is no agglutination on A reagent or no on B also, but the RH means anti-D is showing agglutination, so this blood group will be O positive. As you can see, visible clumping is in RH in anti-D reagent is showing, so that is positive. But other reagents shows no agglutination, means that is negative, means that antigens are not present on the cells. So now B antigen was present on RBCs, and RH antigen also present on RBCs. That's why clumping came. So this blood group will be B positive. As you can see that in A circle there is no agglutination. So and you can see visible clumping, visible agglutination. So your diagnosis is very easy to read. Which circle will show the agglutination, that only we will report. Now here it's showing B, and anti-D reagent also showing agglutination, so we will report B positive. You can write your reports either B positive, or you can also write BRH positive. RH means anti-D result. So I anyway will be correct only. B positive also is correct only, and BRH positive also will be correct only. Now we will check any other slide and we will see the result of blood group. Mixing is very important, and always one more important point, when you will mix, don't do not try to mix both two circles in one slide. Means, for example, what I am going to say you that A drop should not be mixed with B, or these two circles should be clear, visible and easy to read. If little clumping will mix in any other circle, your blood grouping will be false. Now you can see all three circles are showing agglutination and clumping, anti A circle, B circle and RH circle. So this blood group will be AB positive or AB RH positive. Now you can see this will be A RH positive. As you can see that in B circle there is no agglutination or clumping. So this blood group will be ARH positive. Now this is the one of the most important blood group to read. As you can see, there is no clumping, no agglutination in any circle. So this blood group will be what? This blood group will be ORH negative, or we can say that O negative. Especially if you are finding any blood group that is O negative or ORH negative, always try to recheck that blood group. Always repeat 2 times and check by microscopy also for any visible agglutination. And one more thing, always confirm RH antibody test if it is negative, and try to repeat also and give little more time for mixing, because if any negative will be reported as positive, or any positive blood group will be reported as negative, or any A blood group will be reported as B, or any blood group will be reported as A, that will make very serious problem, not only for patient also, as well as for lab staff also it will become problem. Because if we will report any blood group wrong, and if any transfusion will be happen to patient, that time serious hemolytic reactions are happening that are sometimes very difficult to handle, and it leads to death of the patient. So blood group, as you saw, as I show you step by step, it's very easy to perform, but then also it is very important to read blood group correctly. So whenever you are doing blood grouping in lab, if you have little confusion also, please try to repeat your blood group, and so that from your side there will be no chance of mistake. It's very easy test, it's very low price test, but then also the test is very important for patient's life. And as you know, blood group is very important not only for transfusion purposes, sometimes for driving license we need blood group, nowadays for your identity cards we need blood group. So more places blood group is needed. So whenever it is needed, whenever any patient is coming, try to do the blood grouping very correctly. And if you have any doubt in your reagent contamination, then try to use new reagent. I hope you understand the concept of the video. Thank you so much.